We're now being joined on the news by a concerned Nigerian who is also a construction engineer, Mr. Okpeyemi Aminu. An engineer has looked at some of these concerns. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Aminu.
My pleasure.
Now, do you think the concerns over the safety of the bridge are in order?
Yes, the concern is very much in order, and I would say that it's something that we have to take very, very serious.
How serious should we take it?
Well, looking at the bridge itself and the age of the bridge, the question is, when was the last time we examined the bridge? And what state is the bridge now? Of course, the bridge is just like every engineering element. When they are constructed, they are meant to be maintained, you know, thereof. And when we don't do this, of course, you begin to have all sorts of accidents. If you look at the bridge, it's a fairly big element, but is quite simple. And I would say that looking at it as a layman, you will see the column standing in there, and you have the beams, you know, the transverse, longitudinal. All these were constructed over 30 years ago. And the question I will put to the authority is, when was the last time that this bridge was examined? Examination of the bridge is quite simple. It's nothing out of, you know, what government should do 2-5 years. But I'm not sure we're doing that. And that is evident by what we can see on the bridge itself.
Okay, now, some time ago, the government of Lagos had promised to stop heavy-duty vehicles from plying these bridges, or to restrict the times they can use the bridges as against other smaller vehicles. But this particular accident happened quite early in the day. Do you think the government needs to do more in terms of enforcing the directive?
Well, you see, that amounts to tackling the symptom rather than what can be the problem. Like I said, examination of this bridge is something that we should do time to time. What do we need to do? We can bring in engineers, and they will use equipment like strain gauge to look into the bridge. It will be attached to the beams, particularly the longitudinal. And it will be subjected to the usage, the regular usage. Data should be taken, and it will be analyzed thereof. When this is done, we're sure that the bridge is still in a good state to do the job that it was initially designed to do. All these are not too difficult to do. And I can say here, without going into government book, that the evidence on the bridge shows that nothing is not being maintained. I mean, a layman getting to that bridge, looking at the asphalt on the bridge, peeling off, knows that something is amiss. If you get in there, the expansion joints, they are not maintained. The guide rail, they are falling off. The drain pipes, they are falling off. If all these small elements of the bridge are not being maintained, how, I mean, can you talk about the complex one of bringing experts to check and be sure that the bridge is still in order? You know, so what we'll need to do is a preventive. I don't want us to tackle the symptom. I want us to tackle the problem. Let us look at the bridge. What is wrong with the bridge? Is it change its position? Is anything wrong with it? Do we have to do anything on it? That's about how we can go by it. Okay, if you stop vehicle from going over the bridge, what happened under the bridge? It results to congestion.
Mr. Aminu, talking about what happens under the bridge, this is just one bridge amongst many others in Lagos, where we do have people living under some of these bridges. We have bus parks under some of the bridges, and the effect of the emissions from the buses and all of that. Some cooking go on under the bridge as well. Now, if there's going to be an examination of these bridges, how long do you think it will take for a thorough examination of each of these bridges? just so that maybe the government might be thinking of how long it would take to begin to do a thorough examination and then the use of the bridge and all of that. How long do you think it would take for that to happen?
You see, for a preventive maintenance, we are not going to stop the usage of the bridge. As a matter of fact, it will be observed while the bridge are being used, because you want to subject it to the life load. That is how it's being used, the vehicles you are expecting on it, or that is being plying it. You know, it's not going to it's not disturbing anything. It's not affecting the traffic. The people under the bridge will be willing to give chance for it to be examined. I'm not sure they have built a permanent building in there. What you have in there are makeshift buildings which can be taken off for this examination to be done, for these preventive activities to be carried out. If we need now to repair it, then that can take a little bit of time depending on what is to be done.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Aminu, for speaking with us. Mr. Aminu is a construction engineer. He was speaking to us on the news track. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.